This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by the New Hampshire Liberty Alliance at nhliberty.org. New Hampshire's state government, which I sometimes refer to as the least bad government, or one of the least bad governments on earth, has just been ranked the least effective government by the Pew Center, to the delight of most libertarian activists, but not all. Now, why would I want an effective government? The Pew Center rated Virginia's government, Washington State's government, and Utah's government as being the most effective governments. But aren't those the people who, I mean, they're pretty big governments. They're pretty intrusive. They can be pretty authoritarian in the things that they do. And how do those states compare to New Hampshire in terms of quality of life? Let's see. New Hampshire has, what is it, the third lowest crime rate in America. We have, I think we're in the top 3 in per capita income, which is a massive accomplishment considering we're a mostly rural state. That's not normally consistent with a lot of wealth. We're also the healthiest state in the Union. Those are just some of the results of the freedoms we have. I could go on and on if I tried to list those freedoms. Now let's list some of the silly concerns that the Pew Center has. Not enough preschool programs run by the government. God forbid our parents should have their kids for an extra year before the authorities get a hold of them. Government management, D+, boo-hoo. However, just to give you the other side of the story here, Jason Sorens of the Free State Project has a different take from me. He's founder of the Free State Project. He says, quote, he's on the nhliberty.org forum, he says, quote, I don't know, the study doesn't seem very ideological. It takes NH to task for inefficient procedures in government that result in fewer services for revenues. Their best states, Utah, Virginia, and Washington, are hardly paragons of big government, but are apparently relatively efficient. So, I think there are a few things we can take on board from this report. For instance, wasn't one of Benson's downfalls the fact that he couldn't remove stick-in-the-mud agency heads? On the other hand, I'm not as concerned as they are about the lack of road improvements. That's Jason Sorens, quote, unquote, Jason Sorens. But, no, I'm with the next guy on the list here, Bill Walker, who says, not good enough. We need an F. The grade they actually gave us was D+. Not bad. Check the video description of this story for, hopefully, as long as I remember, try to put a link to the Pew Center and also maybe to one of the discussions of this issue. This is Dave Ridley, about to sign off for ridleyreport.com this March 11th, 2008. But first, I don't know if you were aware of this or not, but there are some pretty scary things happening in this building, the State House in Concord, New Hampshire. Fortunately, there is the New Hampshire Liberty Alliance. They're fighting back, but they need your help. They offer free training. They offer courses, ways that you can learn how to be most effective in fighting for liberty inside the State House. Visit nhliberty.org to find out when the next class is. If you take it, you'll be a much more effective voice at stopping these folks from taking away your liberty. nhliberty.org